What up, YouTube? I hope everyone is doing well today. And on today's episode of Sunny Talks, I will be going over my Mount Fuji journey. It was such a legendary journey. I overcame a typhoon. It says we're all ready to do it. The typhoon might be coming. Yeah, it's too late now. Let's live it, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. I could have died a couple times. Arigato gozaimasu.
Take care.
Okay. Okay, I'll take care. Thank you. Times I puked like 3 times on the way up, and luckily I was able to capture live footage of this. Look at that now. Look at that. I love this. And luckily I found it. It was in my cousin's iCloud storage. So shout out to my cousin for that. And before we start with the journey, I just want to give a shout out to my family in Netherlands as well, because it seems like a large percentage of my videos are going there as well. And I'm pretty sure it's all of you guys. So hello, thank you. And also to India and Pakistan as well, because 20% of my audience is there. So I appreciate you all. Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Islam Alaikum, and thank you. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the year 2019. I just finished my nursing degree. I ended up not postponing my NCLEX, which you require to become a registered nurse, just so I can go travel to Asia. So I took both my cousin brothers and I'm like, let's do an Asia trip. So we ended up going firstly to Hong Kong, and actually on the way to Hong Kong, I met my first obstacle where my phone fell in the vents. So I'm sitting right here. There's a structural defect in the plane right beside me in the vents, and my phone fell out of my hand and it went into the vents. And this wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened, and I contacted them, but nothing came out of it, but that's okay. Water under the bridge. I'll let it go, Delta, but actually I didn't let it go, but you guys didn't do anything, so it's all good. And then we get to Hong Kong. Hong Kong, I was jet lagged, I was tired, and it was just so beautiful though. Like the views, the food, especially the views. Like in Victoria Peak, you can see all the skyline in Hong Kong. And after I saw that skyline, nothing really compares to it. So every time I travel to Toronto or Vancouver, they're beautiful cities, they have a lot to do, and they're unique in their own way, but the skyline does not compare to Hong Kong's. Like that was just unbelievable. So we were there, and then the next spot was Thailand. So we ended up going to Bangkok. Actually met our friends from 10 years ago in boarding school in India in Bangkok. So it was just such a nice reunion. We ended up having a lot of drinks, went to rooftop bars. They showed us around. The traffic in Bangkok sucks, but the food, the cost of living, like everything is so cheap, and the people are so hospitable. It was just a nice vibe. And then from there we ended up flying to Phuket and the islands there, and we ended up exploring the islands on scooters. So we got ticketed a couple times, but it was only $25, so it was okay. So there, well, actually, when we were on the scooters, there was a time where one of my cousins almost fell off a hill because he was looking backwards at the camera while I was recording, and he started wobbling and he almost fell off. But luckily he didn't, and he's still with us. So let's shout out to Bobby there. But yeah, so we ended up then finishing the trip off in Japan. We had 2 weeks there. We went to Tokyo, and then we ended up going to, where did we go? Osaka, and then we came back to Tokyo. So it's our second last night, and all we did this whole trip was just party. Round what, 20?
I don't know, bro.
Yo, Bob, is that the vibe right now?
Yeah, that's a vibe right there.
What it do, baby?
What it do, baby?
Osaka!
Osaka!
Explore and eat a lot of junk food and not work out. So I wanted to remember this trip for something. So second last night, I got bottle service, wasted all my money, ended up going home at like 4:30 in the morning, got up at 5:30 in the morning to puke, and that's when I kind of had an epiphany. Why don't I just climb Mount Fuji? And it's funny because one of my buddies that's also from Winnipeg, shout out to Ali, he ended up telling me the story when he climbed Mount Fuji while we were eating ramen in Tokyo. So let that sink in. Like, we're both from Winnipeg and we ended up meeting in Tokyo for some nice ramen. It was really nice ramen. Ramen in Tokyo, also sushi in Tokyo is just next level. So when you get drunk in Canada, you end up going to McDonald's, but when you get drunk in Tokyo, you're getting some nice sushi. So it was just a different vibe. And he told me about his journey. I had no intention of climbing Mount Fuji, but that epiphany, that moment just of clarity, I'm like, I'm gonna do it. So I wake up my cousin and I tell him I want to climb Mount Fuji. He's like, no, he was still kind of drunk. So I kind of threw him off the bed and told him to go get me some protein bars. I'm doing this and we'll do the research on the subway station. So he did that for me. Shout out to Just, thank you. And he also gave me equivalent of 180 Canadian dollars because I had no money. So unfortunately, I didn't even know what we needed to bring to the bus station that goes to the Mount Fuji when we get a ticket. So I ended up bringing my passport for no reason in a plastic bag. I brought my protein bars. I don't know, only protein bars, no water. Like, what was I thinking? I brought a sweater, a shirt, and just some shorts. And literally that's it. And my cousin actually ended up giving me his phone too, just so I can record the journey or just like if I need anything. Because that was the only phone we had with Wi-Fi because, you know, we're a bunch of broke college kids. So yeah, and this is where the journey starts. So let's go. So I get on the bus. I'm sitting and there's a big group right in front of me that's all from, I believe they were from Montreal, and they had pre-booked this trip to climb Mount Fuji like months in advance. And what ended up happening was they were talking about how they received an email about an active typhoon coming to Mount Fuji and it's dangerous to climb it today. But I don't know, usually I'm very extroverted where I just go talk to individuals when I don't know something and I just ask more questions. But for some reason, I just didn't. I just sat on my seat, you know, enjoyed my protein bar and was driving to the 5th station of Mount Fuji. So we get to the 5th station and I straight up go to the information center and I talked to a gentleman there and I was just asking him, how long does it take to climb the mountain? Where do I start? Can I get a map, please? And he's like, you know, the last bus is at 7 p.m. and it's already 11:30 a.m. You won't make it up and down. It takes like 5.5 hours to go up and 3.5 hours to come down. So I was like, oh, no worries. I'm only gonna go like halfway up and down. He's like, but it's still gonna be dangerous because there's gonna be a active typhoon. And I was like, oh, but yeah, I won't do it. I'll just go like quarter way. And then he just gave me the map. He just kind of gave up and he's like, go. So I went, started the journey.
Way out here on the mission. Ice swimming to the top of Mount Fuji. Let's get it.
And I'm already cramping. I'm already cramping right from the beginning.
My quad's cramping. Calves are cramping too. I don't give a I'm going top.
And then I get to station 6 and this is the first time I puke. I puke and I just feel disgusted. But I don't know why. There was just tick in my head that I just gotta keep going. And I looked at the time, I'm like, yeah, we can keep going. So then I asked the individual how far is 7th station and they said it was about like an hour 15 or something. And I ended up getting there in like 20 minutes. And I meet some fellow travelers as well that started the journey about half an hour to 45 minutes before me. And they told me that we're already 1/3 of the way up. And I was like,
we're at the 7th station. 25 minutes. 25 minutes. It's awesome, right? Yes, sir. Oh, really?
We're 1/3 of the way up.
Hey, facts.
the way up. And I was like, oh, cool. That's pretty cool. So then I go from there to station 8.
Have a snack, man. Have a Snickers. You know yourself when you're hungry, you know what I'm saying? Just on the 8th station. We gotta still get to the top.
Puke again. And then finally
I didn't
station
look
9.
anything.
Typhoon.
Typhoon?
Very
I'll go to the top.
dangerous.
Let's go to the top. Typhoon very dangerous. How much longer to that station right now?
9,
Yeah.
maybe about 2.5 or 3 hours.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Take care.
Okay.
Very dangerous.
Okay. We out. I'll take care. Thank you.
Again,
Check this out.
finally, station 9, puke again. And
I think I'm gonna give up. Hell no. Hell to the slipped like 20 times, puked 2 times. Still gotta get to the top. I quit drinking though, for real.
and then station 9 was where, like, firstly, I whenever I was walking up, I never had anyone beat me, and I always beat everyone. I left everyone in the dust. To be honest, I felt like supersonic, throwback. But this is where it really hit me that I was going really fast.
Gotta be that 1%, man.
Not from the puking. I know it's so crazy. Like, you're puking. There's probably altitude sickness, like not just your hangover. But I don't know. I never had that thought. But when I saw the dude that was stationed in Osaka, and this had been a dream of his for a couple of years to climb Mount Fuji, and this was his last year being stationed, and he's headed back to the States. So when I saw him with 2 sticks, big boots, a big jacket and everything, he was all covered. I have a picture of him as well. That's when I realized that I did this really fast, and I felt really proud.
Let's go 9th station. I'm almost there. Fellow traveler. It's a voyage. Getting to the peak right now is dangerous.
Yes, it is.
Yeah? I'm from a small town, man. Winnipeg. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna take it to the top. Where you guys from?
Germany.
Germany?
Yeah.
Alright, yo, I've been to Frankfurt. Party really, yo. Yeah, let's get to the top though, you know?
Let's go.
Let's go. Repping Canada out here and Japan. And Japan. I actually got a Tokyo jersey. I'm gonna put it on at the top. Alright, take care, boys.
And then when we got to the summit, I beat this guy too, and he started 15 minutes before me. This is a military dude, so, and I'm like, you know, like zero, not in shape, just eating unhealthy, drinking all the time. That was my vacation, so it was pretty impressive. So we get to the summit, and here's some live footage from there. So,
Bro, is this the top right now? Is this the top? Ah! Ah! Anything is possible, baby. Kevin Garnett said it best. Ah! The top of Mount Fuji. Woo! Family, I'm at the top of Mount Fuji. Started at 11:55. It's 2:30. How long is that? That's what? Just over, no. It's almost 3 hours, but oh my God.
So right when I get on the summit, I decide to put on my Tokyo jersey. And I don't know why I brought my Tokyo jersey. I didn't bring water, I didn't bring a lot of essentials, but I decided to bring my Tokyo jersey just for the culture. So it's quite funny how my mind worked back then and how it works now. And then I also ended up bringing a Japanese flag, Japan's flag with a stick. I bought it on the 6th station just so
You create your own destiny, man. Everyone laughed at me when I told them I was going to the top right now. No equipment, no nothing. I just bought this. Look at me. Almost at the fucking
just so I can dig a hole on Mount Fuji with it. I don't know, like I felt like I was Neil Armstrong or something, like going to the moon and kind of putting the flag down. I don't know. I don't know what went through my mind, but it probably was something like that. That's how I would probably rationalize stuff. But yeah, I didn't even use it for walking. I actually used it for just digging it there and kind of feeling accomplished. So I took a lot of pictures there, and then the fellow travelers that were with me on the 1/3 of the way up, they took a lot of pictures of me, and I was really thankful of them. So thank you to you two from Indonesia. I appreciate you. And then, so then we end up going down together, but they were too slow. So I was like, nah, I'm just gonna run it down. But as I'm going down, I end up going the wrong way, and the sole of my shoes popped off, and I was just basically walking barefoot. So,
man, the descent's actually worse than the ascent. This is wild, man. This is wild. Look at my hair. I didn't take a shower. There's snow, everything, man. You with everything. Almost at the bottom of this is my trail path.
but
water's even close to me. Damn, man. I'm out here alone. I didn't bring water, I'm an idiot. And I'm dehydrated from puking. Probably these electrolytes are out of whack, man. Hopefully my heart's okay. Still gotta write the end clicks. Still gotta do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it doesn't end this way. JK. I'm a boss.
So I end up going the wrong way for like 30 minutes, and then as I'm coming back, I see them again, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna walk with these guys. So then right at the bottom, we were almost at the bottom, and there were about 15 minutes left, and I just ditched them again, and I run, because I'm like, oh, there might be a bus. But this was only, I believe this was like 4:30. So when I run down, it was like, it's pouring. It's pouring really bad. I didn't have my phone out, anything. I get downstairs, and this was literally the last bus there. 5 minutes left, and they would have left. And luckily, I got on it, and I told the driver that there's 2 other individuals coming and they might need the bus. He didn't really care, but luckily the other 2 came on time as well, and we all went back to Tokyo together. So, but this is not where the story ends. So we got on the bus, we're just chatting, you know, getting to know each other, feeling really accomplished. We know that our legs are gonna kill us the next day. And I look at my bag. First of all, my money was all wet, which is okay. It still worked. But my bag, I look in my plastic bag, I look at my wallet. I mean, my passport, and my passport was damaged. Like, there was blue ink everywhere, and I was like, damn, like, and then I was thinking to myself, this is the first time this ever happened to me. So I'm like, I'll just dry it and I'll be good to go tomorrow, because our flight was the next morning at like 3 p.m. So I decided, right when we got to Tokyo, me and my cousins went for some nice ramen, you know, last day there, enjoyed some ramen and sushi, came back, packed, and we're ready to go. But unfortunately, I got stuck in Japan for another week. But I'm not complaining, as, you know, I'd rather be stuck in Japan than studying for the NCLEX. So it was worth it. I did bring myself a souvenir from Mt.Fuji. There's my little flag that I took all the way and protected it like my baby, even though I was not in the shape to protect it. So there's the souvenir right there. You know, it was such a big accomplishment for myself, so I just had to bring it. I do have my Tokyo jersey as well. I was actually supposed to wear it for this video, but I think my cousin in BC is borrowing it, so yeah. Yo, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back, guys. Bye.